Guys, it's Brittany. So this is the first time that I'm doing a talk through video. I'm really nervous, and I just kept thinking to myself, you know, screw it. I mean, I'm already putting myself out there enough by posting videos on the internet, which is super nerve-wracking, and you know, you're always scared of like the judgment and everything, but you know, I'm just like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. I've gotten 3 requests to do a contouring and highlighting video, so I'm gonna try and attempt that for you guys today. I'm sorry I'm using my hand so much, but I'm a little nervous, so I'm just gonna wing it. You know, I'm just gonna act like I'm talking to my best friend. So, okay, let's get started on this contouring and highlighting routine. Also, one note I will say, this is not like the rules. This is not like you have to do it this way. This is just the way I do it and what works for me. So I would like to share my tips with you guys. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna be using a damp beauty sponge. You can use any one that you like, but that's what I'm gonna be using today. And normally I start my eyes first, but today we're just gonna be focusing on the face. I'm gonna do, I guess it could be like a full foundation routine, but mostly I'm gonna be giving you tips and tricks for contouring and highlighting. And please don't mind my braids. I was out running errands with my children. So just no judgment, right? I'm just gonna say no judgment. Okay, so let's get started. Today I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation, and I'm mixing the shades 220 and 238. So I'm just gonna dab some spots on my face. I'm a little bit tanner, I feel, right now. This foundation is really good for oily skin types, but I would say you could use it for any skin type. I really like it, and it's drugstore, so that's always good. So now I'm just gonna pounce that in with my beauty blender. Okay, and then I feel like concealing is also a form of highlighting. When I conceal my under eyes, I highlight at the same time. So I like to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealers for that. But before I go in with that, I'm going to go ahead and contour with a liquid contour. For that today, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. These are so cheap. They're like $3 or $4, I think, on Amazon. Anyways, they're really good. They're really blendable, but they have extreme amount of pigment, so a little bit goes a long way with these. So I'm just going to cream contour with this. And when you contour, a lot of people don't think you should cream contour, but what I think that it does is it locks in your contour. So instead of just putting like a powder down, you're putting a cream under it, which kind of glues it in place, if that makes sense, any sense. If I'm gonna go like for a night out or something, I like to cream contour before I powder contour. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So like I said, a little bit goes a long ways. You're gonna go right under your cheekbone. Okay, so my ear is right here. So I would go right here, but in my opinion, I think that's a little too low. So I kind of cheat my contour and I start it up here. So you're supposed to go under your cheekbone, but I go like kind of right on my cheekbone, I guess. I don't know, I just kind of cheat it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit there. And I would start off with a little bit of product and then build up. Because, like I said, this product goes a long way. And then I have a small forehead anyway, so I just put a little bit on the sides. And then I go right on the chin. So then I'm just gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. And like I said, these are so creamy. They blend in so well. So, and you want to blend upwards. And don't worry if you get like a little bit too sloppy, because I'm going to show you a trick at the end where we go in and kind of clean it all up. I love these LA Girl concealers. I literally have the whole entire shade range. To blend out my nose contour, I'm going to use a fluffy brush like this, and I'm just going to go like that. I've just started nose contouring, and I'm not really sure if I like it on myself yet, but I think that could be because I'm not very good at it yet. But you know, I'm working on it. So I'm kind of run over with my finger a little bit. Okay. I feel like my voice is like so annoying. Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm going to use some concealer, and I'm going to highlight with the concealer as well. So I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin in Warm Light, and I'm going to highlight the face. Now, I like to do this triangle motion that Kim Kardashian made famous, and I just think it not only conceals my under eye circles, but it also highlights the face. And I feel like every time that you highlight the face, you need to highlight other parts of your face so it doesn't look weird. You kind of want it all to, you know, blend together. So I also like to highlight my forehead, the center of my nose, the chin, and above my Cupid's bow. So I look like tribal right now with these braids, and oh lordy. And again, I like to flatten my sponge and blend that out like that. Can you see what I'm doing? I just find my own voice so annoying. Is that something that you get used to? I feel like if you're a YouTuber and you're watching my video, leave me a comment and let me know if that's something that you get used to, because okay. So I'm just taking my beauty blender again and blending that out underneath the eye. Okay, so now that we've cream contoured and concealed the face, now we've got all wet products on our face. Now we're going to set the contour, set the concealer. Now for this you can use, I mean, there are so many products out now. I feel like every company came out with a contour kit. So one that's really affordable that I do like a lot is the NYX contour and highlight kit. I love that one, but my all-time favorite is the Kat Von D Shade and Light, because it's just so buttery. As you can see, I've completely hit pan on both of those. So for today's highlighting, so to set everywhere that I put the concealer, I'm going to mix the Anastasia Pro Highlighting Powder in the shade Emphasize. That's a mouthful. And the Anastasia powder in the shade Banana. I'm going to mix those, and I'm going to use a Sigma tapered highlighting brush for this, and that's the F35. So I'm just going to go into this and mix them. And one tip that I like to say when you're setting your concealer is not to just to go in and go crazy. You want to use a light hand, because you can create these little, like, they're like little dots, and it's where your concealer has clumped up in that spot, and then the powder sets it, and it looks like little dots. I don't know. But my tip is to just very lightly set it. So use a light hand. So I'm just gonna set everywhere that I put that concealer. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm going to set my cream contour. And I'm gonna use the middle shade for this, And I'm barely gonna take any because these are extremely, extremely pigmented. And I'm just going to set my contour. Now this brush that I'm using is the MAC 138, and as you can see, it's got like an angle to it, but it's still fluffy enough where it will blend it out as you're going. There are a lot of good contouring brushes. e.l.f. just came out with this contouring brush. As you can see, it's more flat, so it can get right up in that cheekbone. I really like this one. So you just go right up under the cheekbone and then blend up. And you want to use a cool tone powder to contour with. Sometimes I will use a warm tone, but that's mostly when I'm just wanting to bronze. So I'm going to lightly set my nose contour and underneath. And then here's like the best trick that I can tell you for your contour. See, as you can see right now, it looks kind of like just bronzer. And so if you want to really like cut your contour, make it like super sharp, on point, my biggest recommendation is to use a translucent powder to bake underneath your contour. Now, baking is like a huge trend right now. So a lot of people bake under their eyes. I personally don't because I have dry skin, so it makes me look a little bit like old and crepey underneath my eyes. But I do like to bake underneath my contour to kind of sharpen it up. So that's a really good trick. And I use my beauty blender to do this. So I've just put some down, and I'm just gonna take my beauty blender, my wet sponge that I've been using this whole time, and dab it in there. And then we're just going to bake underneath this contour. Now this is a translucent powder. It looks white, but once we blend it out, it's actually translucent. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose and chin, just for the hell of it. And while this bakes, I'm gonna leave it on for like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows off camera. If you guys want me to do an eyebrow routine, let me know. I feel like I haven't yet mastered my eyebrows. I'm so good on clients' eyebrows, I feel, but when it comes to mine, I'm just like, like, no, girl. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. Quit rambling, so I'll be right back. So now I'm gonna blend away the bake. And for this, I like to use a large stippling brush. This is one of my favorites here recently. It's the MUA Professional Makeup Academy Stippling Brush 015. You can get it at the drugstore. Now, I will say this baby is like $15.99, which that's a little steep. The MAC one, which I love so much, but it's dirty. This is the MAC 167, I believe. It's rubbed off. That's how much I use it. I love this brush, but this one's probably almost 30. So I guess this is a really good dupe. It's super fluffy, if you can see how wide it is. Anyways, let's blend away the bake. So I'm just gonna blend that off, and as you can see, it's like left me a sharp line to cut the haters. Now, if you've baked under your eyes, you can go ahead and wipe that away, but I didn't do that. So as you can see, we've got this sharp contour. Also, I'm just gonna throw into this video how I do blush and highlight, because I feel like that's important to know. I feel like you can't just contour your face, because then it looks kind of scary. As you can see, I have like this bright center. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do blush and highlight. Okay, a lot of people don't know this, but in my opinion, you should do your highlight first and then apply your blush, because it just looks better. So I'm going to apply my blush, and for today, I'm just gonna use a bronzy blush, and I'm gonna go in with the NARS blush called in Madly, not Madly, Madly, M-A-D-L-Y, sheesh. And I'm gonna use this e.l.f. complexion brush, which is my favorite blush brush of all time. And I'm just going to, and I've just told you that you're supposed to apply your highlighter first. I'm gonna go in with a highlighter, my favorite part, and I'm gonna take the Anastasia A23 highlighting brush, that Glow Kit by Anastasia, and I'm gonna take the Bubbly shade, and I'm going to highlight the cheekbones. And this is before blush, by the way. So I like to just pack it on. And then down the center of the nose, on the tip, Cupid's bow, chin, and I like to just take the excess and swipe it over my forehead. So I look super, you know, sweaty. That's what I feel like it makes me look, but I'm addicted, I can't help it. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my blush called NARS Madly and just go right over top of that. And I feel like it makes it look a lot more natural and not so much like you have a stripe on top of everything. So just sweep it over top and that's it. That's how I do my full face contour highlighting. And another thing I will do is set my face with the Make It Forever setting spray. You can use any setting spray that you have. I'm just using that one because it's handy. And see, what that does is it takes all the powders and kind of melts them into your face. I highly recommend using a setting spray. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. Hell, I'm gonna go in with three times. Okay, this is my favorite part. It melts everything into your skin and it feels like you've just taken a shower instead of packed on 85 pounds of makeup. So I feel refreshed and glowy and awesome and good. This is why I don't do talk through videos. This is why I don't do talk through videos. What am I doing with my hands? I hope I gave you guys lots of tips and tricks. I feel like that didn't take long at all. And it's like a super awesome way to make your makeup last all day. And I had gotten a couple requests for some contouring, for a contouring video. So I don't know, I really appreciate your comments and your suggestions. It means a lot to me that you would like me to film something for you, and I'm happy to do that. So anytime you see a look on a celebrity or you have a question about this or that, send me a message on Facebook, Snapchat, comment on one of my YouTube videos, I don't know. Anyways, let me know how I did in this talk through because I feel like I did awful. I feel like I'm a rambler and that my voice is annoying. Even if my voice is annoying, I'm sorry. I hope you still learned something. So, okay, that's it. That was my full contour routine. Let me know how you contour your face. If you have any suggestions for me, I'm happy to learn. And that's what I love about YouTube, is getting with other people that also love makeup and coming together and just, you know, learning shit and having fun. So anyways, I hope that this was successful. I hope that I end up putting this video up because as of right now, I feel like a complete idiot sitting in my kitchen talking about contouring. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! See you guys in the next one. I'll catch you later, Tater. Brittany, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Whoa. Okay. La 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 la.